A Filipino public official takes a bribe while on vacation in Singapore. Can the Philippines prosecute even though the crime happened abroad? The answer is yes, and the legal basis is older than the Republic itself. In Part 8, we covered the territorial principle, how Philippine criminal law applies within our borders, including the English rule for foreign vessels and UNCLOS limitations. But what about crimes committed outside the Philippines? That's the extraterritoriality principle, the exception to the general rule of territoriality. Under Article 2 of the Revised Penal Code, there are 5 specific instances where Philippine criminal law applies even beyond our territory. Let's go through all 5. First, crimes committed on a Philippine ship or airship. This is the flag state principle. A Philippine registered vessel is considered an extension of Philippine territory for criminal law purposes. So if someone commits murder on a Philippine cargo ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Philippine courts have jurisdiction. The same applies to Philippine registered aircraft, whether it's flying over international waters or another country's airspace. Second, forgery or counterfeiting of Philippine currency or government securities committed abroad. If someone in Hong Kong counterfeits Philippine peso bills, the Philippines can prosecute. The rationale is straightforward. The crime directly attacks the economic integrity of the Philippine state, regardless of where it's committed. Third, introduction of forged or counterfeit Philippine currency into the Philippines. This is closely related to the second. Even if the counterfeiting happened abroad, the act of bringing the fake currency into the country is separately punishable. Fourth, crimes committed by public officers or employees in the exercise of their functions. This is the one that answers our hook. A Philippine public official who commits a crime in relation to their office, like bribery, malversation, or graft, can be prosecuted in the Philippines, even if the act was committed abroad. The connection is the public function, not the location. This is why a government official who receives kickbacks during an overseas trip is still liable under Philippine law. The crime is connected to the exercise of public office, and that's what triggers jurisdiction. Fifth, crimes against national security and the law of nations. These include treason, conspiracy, and proposal to commit treason, misprision of treason, espionage, and piracy. These crimes are so fundamental to the survival and security of the state that they can be prosecuted regardless of where they're committed. Piracy is especially interesting because it's considered a crime under jus cogens, a peremptory norm of international law. Any state can prosecute pirates under the principle of universal jurisdiction, not just the Philippines. Now, beyond Article 2 of the RPC, several special laws also have extraterritorial application. These are important to know for the bar exam. Republic Act No. 9165, the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act, under Section 2, applies to acts committed by Filipinos abroad or acts committed on board a Philippine ship or aircraft. So a Filipino caught manufacturing drugs in another country can still be prosecuted in the Philippines. Republic Act No. 9995, the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act, also has extraterritorial application when the offender or victim is Filipino. Republic Act No. 10175, the Cybercrime Prevention Act, applies when any element of the offense is committed in the Philippines, or when the computer system used is located in the Philippines, regardless of where the offender physically is. And Republic Act No. 9208, as amended by Republic Act No. 10364, the expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act, applies regardless of whether the crime was committed in the Philippines, as long as there's a Filipino victim or offender. So remember, the general rule is territoriality. Philippine criminal law applies within our borders. But Article 2 of the RPC carves out 5 exceptions. Crimes on Philippine vessels, forgery of Philippine currency, introduction of counterfeit currency, crimes by public officers in the exercise of their functions, and crimes against national security. On top of that, several special laws extend Philippine criminal jurisdiction abroad. The reach of Philippine law is longer than most people think. That's Part 9 of our Fundamental Principles series. In our final episode, Part 10, we'll close out with the prospectivity principle, retroactive application of favorable laws, the effects of repeal, and the landmark Republic Act No. 10951. Subscribe, like, and share YouTube for law's sake. and let's finish this chapter strong.